Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, we are here for the groceries. Whatever rhymes with here. It makes sense for this. So, I currently have the groceries here in front of me. I'm actually recording this a day ahead of the weigh-in due to like scheduling and so on and so forth. So, I figured I'd go ahead and get this knocked out, and then we can mix this in with the weigh-in. So, yeah. So we have a very, very exciting grocery haul for everyone here. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Zooey mama. Look at all these groceries. So for lunch and dinner, we're actually going to do something very interesting. And I'll kind of explain everything here in a little bit. A lot bigger than last time. I actually ended up shopping at Walmart this time. The reason being is because they had something specific that I needed, but I actually forgot it, funny enough. We're actually going to advance into something a little bit different for that, but I'll present that once dinner comes. But I'm actually very excited for it because I'll get to that in a little bit. I say let's go ahead and get started. So kind of like last time, we're going to be doing the hard-boiled egg, the turkey sausage, and then the yogurt again. But this time I bought pre-made hard-boiled eggs, 60 calories with 6 grams of protein. So it actually passed the protein test. So the smaller the egg, it actually passes the protein test, which is pretty cool. So typically I go for the butterball turkey sausages, but these were pretty good. Actually, the macros on these are a lot better than macros on the other ones. So it's 90 calories for 11 grams of protein. So they surpass the protein test. And for the yogurt, we're changing it up a bit versus those Danimal style drink things. We got the Light and Fit birthday cake. I'm very excited for this, but Light and Fit makes some really good flavors. So I got birthday cake, toasted marshmallow, banana cream, and caramel apple pie. So they're all 80 calories, 12 grams of protein. So they're super light, good amount of protein source. And honestly, these actually taste phenomenal. So I would highly incorporate these into your diet if you're not lactose intolerant. The next thing we got going on here is lunch. So lunch is going to be a lot, but let me explain what lunch consists of. So a little bit of an expensive deli meat, but we have prosciutto here. And as you see for prosciutto, not only does it pass the protein test, it has 8 grams of protein for 70 calories. For deli meat, that's, especially pork, it's pretty good. Next, we have Walmart brand turkey pepperoni, 70 calories for 9 grams of protein. So this surpasses the protein test. Although I did buy 3 bags, but I'm probably only going to use 2 just because the amount of sodium that's all in these like deli meats. So we really want to reduce that sodium because this is going to be a very sodium heavy dish. Next, we got some deli ham here. This is smoked particularly by Smithfield. So this is pretty good for the protein test, 60 calories for 10 grams of protein. Don't be afraid of ham. Ham is pretty good, especially this is 96% fat-free. So you want to look for, the least amount of fat you can for ham. You got to be a little cautious on the sodium side. Ham is pretty good when it comes to all that kind of stuff. It's a great source of protein for deli meat, especially for a pork product. Veggies for this dish, we just have 1 large onion. I wanted the white onion, but looks like they only had sweets there, so the sweet could do. And I have some shredded lettuce. And last but not least, we have shredded reduced fat, low moisture mozzarella cheese, 70 calories for 8 grams of protein. This thing passes the protein test for cheese, which is kind of crazy. That's not Velveeta singles. So we'll be making a video on this, of course, but this I'm going to call an Italian hoagie bowl. The only thing that's missing on here is red wine vinegar, but I have that already. But my recipe video will be coming out for this very soon. I got to go over the dinner portions of it. So let's kind of go over that. So I do have some chicken breast here, 4.47 pounds. If you guys don't really know the macros on chicken, they're pretty good. 120 calories for 25 grams of protein per serving. I don't think a serving is like 4 ounces of chicken. So we're going to be using all this on our dinner. Next, we got some poblano peppers. I'm going to be making a poblano sauce, and I'll kind of go explain that in a minute. Also with the recipe video coming out with that. Funny enough, I was actually shopping at Walmart, and people are starting their diets when the low-fat cottage cheese is out of stock. Specifically the store brand. So I went with Daisy cottage cheese. These are okay. It's 90 calories for 13 grams of protein. The fat-free cottage cheese is a bit better, but Daisy brand, I know they're pretty known for their sour creams, but we're going to be incorporating this into our poblano sauce, and I'll kind of get more on that with the recipe video coming up. For our veggies, we have baby spinach and another giant sweet onion. I'll kind of go explain that in a minute, as well as the recipe video for that. Finally, something I've never really picked up on until now. So this is chicken stock, right? Actually, technically it's bone broth, but it's got 19 grams of protein in this for 80 calories. I did not realize this specific brand was so high in protein. That's immaculate. But we're going to be using this for our sauce, believe it or not. So basically what we're going to be making for our dinner portion is chicken and spinach enchiladas with poblano sauce. Now, the specific ingredient I was needing was tortillas. I forgot them. That and the gluten-free tortillas, because corn tortillas are just ridiculously high in calories. The gluten-free macro-friendly tortillas, or like the carb-friendly tortillas or whatever, they're actually pretty high in calories as they are, but they are gluten-free, so that's kind of how to do that. But instead, what we're going to do is we're actually going to serve this over a bed of rice. Anabolic poblano sauce with chicken and spinach enchiladas is going to be fantastic. And then for our drinks and just kind of, you know, extras or whatever, we have Diet Pepsi, but specifically caffeine free. So I'm gonna try going for the caffeine free soda, just so, you know, I could sleep better at night, because I usually drink one of these at dinner. And then if you guys don't know about Waterloo, they are sparkling water, and they're probably the best tasting sparkling water that doesn't taste like a sweeteners in it. My favorite is actually the lemon Italian ice. At first I actually didn't like this because it didn't taste like anything. But then as the more I drink it, I was like, dude, this is actually really good. Second favorite flavor is the ruby red tangerine. I don't know if you guys can see that, but ruby red tangerine. And then I picked up some top sirloin fillets because I ran out of my chicken tenders for my typical lunch for last week. So this could be my protein source replacement for today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world. Today is Sunday, and guess what that means? Sunday weigh day. Yeah, baby, let's go. The day I look forward to the most. Today we get to see how much weight that I've gained or lost throughout this journey. We're hoping to be under 200 since we're only a pound away, because we were 201 pounds back on Tuesday. So it would have been 202.4, I believe, last Sunday. So a week from now, today, hopefully we'll be under 200 pounds. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this week took forever. I don't know why. It felt like forever. I'm just glad today is actually weigh day, because that's my favorite day, of course. Although tomorrow I do have to go back to the office, so which is very unfortunate. I say let's go ahead and get this weigh day started. Let's go ahead and get this day over with, baby, because we have leg day move forward today, as well as I have to go to the grocery store, pick up some stuff since I ran out of food for the week, so. When you guys know, when we do the weigh-in, of course, we're going to have to take the shirt off and do the physique check. That's right. So let's go ahead and get that party started. One that I've really done is leg physique checks, and I feel like that's something we need to incorporate into this, because, you know, I train my legs pretty well too, so I think we should do that before do anything else. But of course, the draws are going to have to be removed for this, because we want to try to get as light as possible. Now, I'm not getting full naked, but I got, you know, there's an OnlyFans for that. But yeah, let's just get this thing going. Damn. Oh my god. Well, we got some good news and we got some bad news. So let me go ahead and get fully dressed, and I'll get back with you guys when I'm all done. Okay, so there's some good news and there's some bad news behind this weigh-in. The good news is we actually lost weight. The bad news is we're at exactly 200. I don't think you understand how aggravating that is, but it's also very good because we actually lost a pound throughout the week. Specifically, we lost 2 pounds for the week. Dude, that's awful. It's actually not bad. It's actually really good progress, though. I really wanted to be under 200, but to be exactly at 200 is like a slap in the face. Hey, you know what? We're losing weight. It's all that really matters. And we're also building a lot of muscle, too. So with the new training we're doing, is Train to Failure, I do have a feeling that we're going to be getting a lot more muscle out of this. So that's always good news. The weight fluctuations might be a little bit weird due to us really training for that muscle build. It's also, as well as trying to cut low for calories and so on. But I've also been kind of researching about like the 3 layers of fat and the easiest way to remove them and so on and so forth. Although obviously I'm still in layer 1, and that's the easiest to get off. And once you start getting like layer 2 and then layer 3, I don't have to worry about layer 3 until I start seeing some abs. So that's gonna be a while from now. But of course we keep the journey going and we keep it strong. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, that is it for the groceries haul, and that is it for the weigh-in. So hopefully that these videos can help inspire you guys to start your weight loss journeys if you want to start yours. If you do like the series and you want to keep up with the channel and up with the progress, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends and family so they can witness my journey and hopefully influence theirs to start theirs if they want. So ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, that is it for me. Stay disciplined, stay focused.